So today's story is Little Bunny Foo Foo, told and sung by The Good Fairy, which I am not, and illustrated by Paul Brett Johnson. So, I'll let you in on a secret. Good fairies do not like tomfoolery. That's why I had to keep an eye on Little Bunny Foo Foo when he whipped up a batch of yucky mucky mud pies and headed for the forest. Do you think he was up to something nice? So here's the fairy and here's the bunny. He's wondering, what is that bunny up to? Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. So there's the mice, and there's the bunny. And he's bopping them with the pies. To be fair, Little Bunny Foo Foo was not a bad bunny. Not really, but he was very naughty. So I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. I thought that would be the end of that. But was it? So what do you think the bunny did? Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the woodchucks and bopping them on the head. So there's the woodchucks, and they got pies on their heads. Some bunnies just won't listen, so I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the woodchucks and bopping them on the heads. And there's the bunny. He looks sad. He got in trouble from the fairy. Now you've got 2 more chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. It's not polite going around bopping folks. Do you think he listened? What do you think that bunny did? There he goes on a tractor. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the foxes and bopping them on the head. There's the bunny, and he's got a big smile on his face. And he's up to something. But now I was getting more than a tad cross, so I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the foxes and bopping them on the head. You've got 1 last chance, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. I mean it. This head bopping will not, and I repeat, will not do. Do you think he behaved? What do you think that bunny's up to now? There he is. He's got a big, huge crane. He's up to something. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the grizzly bears and bopping them on the head. So that little bunny is bopping these grizzly bears on the head with the pies. You know, a good fairy can take only so much. So I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the grizzly bears and bopping them on the head. I gave you 3 chances and you did not behave. So now I'm going to turn you into a goon. So there's the fox and the grizzly bears and the woodchucks and the mice. And then there's the fairy doing her magic. Something's happening there. Something's happening. Like they say, here today, gone tomorrow. So there's the bunny. The fairy did her magic, turned him into a goon. And there's the grizzly bears, the fox, the woodchucks, and the mice. And they're all chuckling away, laughing at that rabbit. So there's the music for the song, if you would like to sing it in this book. So our craft to go with our Little Bunny Foo Foo story is a hopping bunny. and I'm going to walk you through how to make that. So the first thing we need is 2 cups, styrofoam or paper cups, whatever you have at your house, and we need to put holes in them. So what I did to make it easy is I put 2 holes across from each other and then 2 more holes across from each other. And I used a hole punch to punch out the holes. And if you don't have a single hole puncher at home, you can use a pen or a pencil. You can ask a parent to help you, and you can just poke a hole with the end of a pen, because styrofoam cups are easy to poke holes in. So now we have a cup with 4 holes in it, and we need to get an elastic and cut our elastic so that it's one big long string. So one long elastic, and it does need to be fairly long to fit through the cup. If you use a larger cup, then you're going to need a very long elastic. So what I did is just threaded it through, straight through, and then I'm going to fold it around and thread it through one of the side holes. And then I'm going to fold my other side around and fold it through a side hole. Then you need to tie your elastic back together in the center, and that does take some extra hands. You either need to get somebody to help you hold your cup, or you need to tuck it between your knees like I do and do your tying. That might also need a parent or an adult or somebody older to help you tie your knot. So now basically you just have your elastic and it's making an X shape in the center of your cup, and it's tied back together into one elastic. So if you look on my example, I have a thinner, stretchier elastic, and you can see in there how I tied that. So once we have that done, we're gonna make our bunny face. And if you're not sure how to make a bunny face, I'm gonna walk you through the steps. So I have a nice piece of white construction paper, or you can just use regular printer paper, whatever you have. And I've started to draw a circle, and I left the top open. So everybody can draw a circle, and then I'll just trace that with my marker so everybody can see it. So there's your circle with the top open. And if you look at my bunny ears, they don't have to be exactly like mine. Bunny's ears change all the time. Sometimes they have one floppy ear, sometimes they don't. So just draw some nice ears. Then for his face, you've got some eyes that are closed. He looks like he's laughing when you have his eyes closed like that. You have a cute little button nose on him. And then his mouth. And then I always like to draw some teeth on my bunnies. And then some whiskers. So you can color that in with your markers. And then for the feet, it's just basically 2 ovals. So again, don't worry about your art skills, just draw 2 ovals. And then the pad of the bunny's foot is another oval. And then 3 little circles up the top for his toes. So I think probably everybody can draw those. If you just break it down into those steps, it's going to be an easy bunny face and feet. So I've got my cutouts here. And I'm going to glue his face onto my cup that has my elastic in it. And gluing that on. Give that some time to dry at home before you play with your bunny cup. And then the same with my feet. I'll just glue those on. And again, you're going to need to give your feet some time to dry onto your cup. I got one foot upside down. Okay. So when it's dry, it's going to stay on nice like this. So to make your bunny hop, you need to use your other cup, and you're going to press your elastic down onto the cup. Now don't press too hard, otherwise you're going to break your elastic. But basically you just pull down and let it go, and there goes your hopping bunny. So there's your little bunny Foo Foo.